three most common mistakes that traders make. Now that you're armed with some tools you can apply with your trading. Okay, 3 things to watch out for, and if you catch yourself doing it, stop. Number 1, overtrading. Get this one a lot. Number 2, overtrading. Number 3, overtrading. I think you get my point, okay? Overtrading, seriously, is the number 1 cause of losses. I've seen it with all my students. If I can get them just to trade less, they start winning more, okay? Oftentimes what happens is you get into a trade, price is moving up, price suddenly starts moving down, you get nervous, you get out of that trade. And then it turns around, yeah, somebody's done that. I have too, don't feel bad, okay? That's part of the reason I use the tools I use, because I want warning signs to tell me when to stay in a trade and when to get out of a trade, okay? If you catch yourself doing that, just trade less, okay? Give it a little more, find out some indicators that will help you know to stay in or to get out. Maybe some of the ones I shared today will help you. I saw it posted on one forum once. Somebody said, Andre says if you want to improve your trading, unplug your mouse. I don't know if I necessarily go that far, but it might help. I've been known, I get nervous too sometimes. If I have to, I set my stop, I set my target, I turn off the monitor and I leave the room. You'd be amazed. It does work. Price can still hit your stop or your target without you being there. If you're worried about it hitting your stop, then maybe your stop's too far away or your position size is too big. Which brings me to a few other points. I'll give you more than 3 because there are some other things to watch out for. No stops or mental stops. Bad idea, guys. Always use a stop. If you find that your stop is getting nailed, then the problem is not the stop. The problem is you're putting it in the wrong place. Okay? So find the best place to put your stops. I like to put them on the opposite side of wherever I see a cluster. Okay? Because once again, to take out my stop, price would have to go through several support or resistance levels. If I find a cluster close to my entry, I put my stop on the opposite side of that. But don't trade without stops. And then the last reason people commonly run into trouble, position too large for their account. If you use a smaller position and price is moving against you, you won't be as nervous. You can tolerate a little bit more, we call that heat, when price is moving against you. Use a smaller position. If your trades are making you nervous, that's a sign. Start out going for consistent profits, even if they're small profits. But don't try to become a millionaire your first week or your first month trading. Go for consistency. Okay? And I've heard this from just about every millionaire I've met, not just traders. Okay? They say the way to make $1 million is not to have $1 million idea. Have a $100 idea and repeat it 1,000 times. Okay? Same thing with trading. Make small but consistent profits. And once you can do that, then you can gradually start increasing your positions. 3 ways to improve your trades. Stuff you can apply right away and see immediate results. Longer time frames. Okay? Everybody always goes, really? That's much wider swings. Absolutely. Comes back to using a smaller position size, and if your broker allows it, less leverage. But larger time frames give you more time to think. Their reversals take longer to take place. They're not as sharp and sudden. If you go to longer time frames, you'll improve your results and you'll also reduce your stress. Multiple time frames. I get people trying to watch a lot of things at the same time. If they're a forex trader, they're watching 4 or 5 different currency pairs at the same time. Don't do that. Okay? Try to watch one currency pair for a while, but watch it across several different time frames. So you have a pretty clear idea of what's happening in the short term, what's happening in the immediate term, what's happening longer term. And then focus on a single pair or an instrument. Okay? If you're a stock trader, pick one company and watch it for a few days or a few weeks and really learn its twists and turns. If you're a commodities trader, pick one commodity. But get really good at one instrument, because if you go to a bank, especially in forex trading, you're not going to find guys trading 5, 6 different currency pairs. You're going to find somebody that trades pound futures. You're going to find somebody that trades dollar futures. You're going to find somebody that trades yen futures. Okay? So what happens when you trade currency pairs or you trade instruments, if you realize you're going up against the big guys, what you're doing when you trade instruments, you're trading opponents. So you have to learn a totally different personality and a totally different style of trade. Get good at really one instrument, but across multiple time frames. Rather than looking at 5 different things, look at one thing, but on 5 different time frames. And that'll go a long way towards improving your batting average. All of these things are filters. Basically, they're designed to filter out the bad trades, the trades that you would lose money on. And then the ones that are left over, the ones that look really good and you end up taking, they're going to end up being the high probability trades. Yes, sir? Congestion periods? Good question. He was asking the best way to find congestion periods. You'll see them on the chart. You'll see the candles are getting much smaller. If you're trading and you're seeing really big wide swings with long candles and suddenly you see candles getting smaller, congestion's coming up. If you use the indicators I showed you, you can see where the likely places for congestion are ahead of time before you even get there.